Okay, Stephen, let's meet Sarah and Mike. They found their dream home. It has a perfect kitchen, a big backyard, and everything they've ever wanted. And they make an offer before listing their current home.
Yeah, it'll sell fast, they said. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Now, they can't buy their dream home because their current home hasn't sold. They might even lose the dream home that they want to another buyer.
Oh no, that stress level. It's somewhere between mild heart attack and curling up under a table.
So what's the moral of that story? Well, always have a plan and a backup plan when buying and selling at the same time. Don't be Sarah and Mike. Learn from their chaos, and we're going to help you avoid that chaos
Right now.
Hi, my name's Stephen.
And I'm Leslie.
And we are local real estate agents here in the Shenandoah Valley and Charlottesville areas of Virginia. And it's our honor to help folks all the time who have watched our YouTube videos and have called us, texted us, emailed us, Zoom called with us, gone to our website, all of those things.
Oh my goodness.
And it's been our honor to help them buy a home in the area or to sell their home. Maybe that's where you're at in life right now. Maybe you're moving across the country, or maybe you're moving across town, or maybe you're selling a home here in the area. We'd love to help you as well. It'd be our honor. Just look in the description below, contact us, reach out to us. Additionally, if you like our channel,
you've got to subscribe and touch the bell icon so you don't miss an episode of Virginia Mountain to Valley Living.
So,
right. Okay. So we don't want your real estate transaction to be like Sarah and Mike's, but when you're buying and selling a home, there's literally hundreds of moving parts to this that can cause a hiccup or even stop you from getting your home.
That's right, Leslie. So today, we want to help you to avoid 5 common mistakes that people make that create chaos when buying and selling a home at the same time. Now, to start with, to preface the video, obviously, there's multiple situations that can happen when a person is buying a home. Maybe they're renting right now and they don't have a home to sell.
Right.
And so this doesn't necessarily apply to them. Maybe you own a home, but you have enough money to put cash down and buy a second home.
Right.
You as well. Maybe you have a home right now and you're looking to buy a second home and you have a lot of cash, but you need a little bit of a loan and you can get that loan to buy. Well, those 3 reasons are not necessarily what we're talking about today, although if you hang around through the video,
you're going to
learn some things. But the group that we're talking to today is that person that is in their home right now and they're selling their home and they have to use the proceeds from that home in order to buy their next home. That's the group we're talking to today.
Okay, Stephen, so let's start off with mistake number 1, and that is not having your home ready to sell. So before listing your home, you have got to take the time to ensure it's truly ready for the market, because first impressions matter. So curb appeal can make or break a buyer's decision within seconds. You need to address any deferred maintenance, such as leaky faucets or aging fixtures or chipped paint, and all those little things that the buyers are going to notice. Many sellers just aren't sure where to start, and that's okay. That's where I come in. I'm going to help create a custom punch list to prioritize what really matters so you can get top dollar without wasting money.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think you just recently had one of our sellers here in the area that you had a conversation with that commented how much they appreciated the time and the punch list that you went through to help get their home on the market.
Yeah, during our listing consultation, he was asking me, now what should I really do? What are the important things so that we don't waste money in getting this home on the market? So we went through that and I customized it for him, and it just reduced the stress that he had.
Yeah, no doubt, because sometimes you might waste time doing something that really doesn't need to be done.
Right.
And you might miss something that a lot of buyers are looking for, and you want to make sure that gets done.
100%.
But what if you're not interested in doing repairs or updates to your home? You don't want to fix it up.
Right.
Well, there's an option for that too. We just need to make sure that we price your home accordingly. The key is being strategic. Buyers expect a home to be move-in ready unless it's priced lower or as a fixer-upper. So don't risk your home sitting on the market because of something that could be easily addressed. preparing your home properly gives you the best chance at a smooth sale and a strong offer. And like I say, if you don't fix your home up, anticipate that obviously you're not going to get as much money for it,
right.
And don't think that you will if it's not fixed up.
100%. So number one was not being ready to sell your home. So let's move on to number two, which is not being ready to buy a home. So buying a home and selling at the same time can get really complicated quickly. So let's make sure you're financially and mentally prepared to buy.
Yeah, we'll talk about the mental part. I'll talk about that here in a second.
He's insinuating something.
No, I'm not.
All right, so let's first of all ask yourself, are you paying cash for the next house, or are you going to need a loan? And if it's a loan, you're going to need to get pre-approved before you list your current home. And lenders, they're going to want to know if you're upgrading, downsizing, or buying contingent on a sale.
And here's the twist. What if your home doesn't sell for as much as you'd hoped?
Yep.
I mean, that could change how much you can borrow or how much home you can afford. So planning ahead protects you from some of those nasty surprises. And I always, and Leslie, we always recommend having your pre-approval in hand before making any offers. It strengthens your position and it makes your offer more attractive to sellers. And as a matter of fact, in today's market, many sellers will not even consider accepting an offer on their home unless the buyer is paying cash and can show proof of funds, or the buyer has a pre-approval letter from a lender.
100%. Okay, so mistake number three that could happen is not knowing the budget you're going to need to buy a home. So when buying and selling at the same time, it's easy to fall in love with your dream home. And then you forget about the numbers. But reality has a way of catching up to us. That's why you're going to need to be honest about your financial situation from the start. What is your home truly worth in the current market? Not last year or based on what your neighbor got. What are your net proceeds after paying off your mortgage and closing costs? Once we know that, we can determine how much you can comfortably spend on your next home. Factor in moving expenses and possible repairs and new mortgage terms. It's also important to remember that market shifts. So don't base your decisions on emotions or unrealistic price expectations. Having a solid budget gives you peace of mind and helps you avoid overextending yourself during an already stressful transition. And I'll help you set your budget and stick to it.
Yeah, and we talked about emotion, and that's where we'll also help you to give you a realistic opinion of your home's value. You know, when we think about our homes, many of us have put a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of energy. We fix certain things to the way we like them, and we love what we've done in this room, or we love the landscaping, but everybody that sees your home may not see it the same way as you do.
Right.
And so we want to make sure that you understand what are the best things to do to take that, when you take that emotion out, so that you're going to get the most from your home when it sells. Being unbiased, coming in from the outside, we help you do that.
Exactly.
And that gives you, like Leslie said, that peace of mind, so you'll know where to go. At least a good idea of how much money you're going to have in order to purchase or put down on your next home.
So, mistake number 4 is failing to plan for the unexpected.
Nothing unexpected ever happens.
It never happens. So, even with the best planning, surprises can and often do happen when buying and selling simultaneously. For example, your buyer's financing could fall through. The home you want could get snatched up. Or maybe your closing dates just don't line up, giving you temporarily, it's going to leave you temporarily without a place to stay. And that's why having a plan B and even a plan C is so important. Temporary housing, extended rent backs, bridge loans, there are options to keep you from scrambling at the last minute. And the key is expecting the unexpected and building flexibility into your timeline and your budget.
Yeah, you know, Leslie and I have seen some people assume that everything's going to go smoothly, only to be caught off guard. For example, they have the movie trucks in the parking lot of the title company, ready to unload after a closing that unfortunately doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So as realtors, we'll help you think through possible roadblocks in advance and create a contingency plan. And really, with a little preparation, you can turn potential stress into simple adjustments, and you can keep your move moving forward.
All right, so let's wrap it up with our final point, and that is lack of flexibility. One of the biggest mistakes people can make in this process is being too rigid. And yeah, like that.
No,
Whether it's with timing or price or negotiations, buying and selling at the same time requires some give and take. Maybe a buyer wants to close sooner than you'd like, and maybe the seller of your dream home won't accept a home sale contingency.
yeah, most of them won't.
Yeah, and most of them won't. So if you're not willing to compromise, you're going to risk losing out on both deals. Flexibility can make you stronger. It can make you such a stronger negotiator and help you reduce the stress of trying to line up two transactions perfectly.
Yeah, and you know, but that doesn't mean giving up everything that you want. It means understanding where you can bend and where you won't bend. And that's where we'll help guide you through those decisions and help you stay grounded when those emotions, when they start to run high. And you know, there are times that we see this play out with a seller who is emotionally attached to their home and is unwilling to make reasonable repairs requested by a buyer.
Right.
Or on the other hand, we see a lack of flexibility in a buyer who wants the seller to repair every item on a 60-page home inspection report.
No.
Yeah, and you know, neither of these scenarios helps in the process of selling or buying a home.
Right.
So the more reasonable and adaptable you are, the smoother the experience will be. Because like we said, real estate rarely goes 100% according to plan. But with a flexible mindset, you will come out ahead.
Exactly.
So we don't want you to have the same experience when selling and buying a home at the same time, like we saw at the beginning of the video with Sarah and Mike.
No, don't be Sarah and Mike.
Poor folks.
Poor folks.
And you know, the 5 mistakes that we mentioned are just a few examples of the chaos that can happen.
Right.
And we want to make sure that you've got someone helping guide you through the process to make it much smoother for you.
You know, Stephen, that's right. Because we deal with situations like this every day. We can provide you valuable advice and assistance that make your home selling and buying process something that doesn't make you want to curl up under a table and cry. That's me. Hi, it's me. It still is sometimes. So we'd love it if you'd reach out and call us or text us or email us or schedule a Zoom meeting with us so that we can help you. We've been so honored to have folks just like you who've seen our videos and have reached out to us to make their process much easier.
So, I certainly hope that Sarah and Mike
poor Sarah and Mike.
find our number and call us.
Yes, please do.
But I'm sure we can help them, right?
Right.
But if they don't, you can call us. And we hope you will. And maybe in the future, we'll see you around town.